Good morning, welcome to Dorset. Today we're at Knowlton Church for sunrise. Knowlton Church, it's an old pagan church here in Dorset, surrounded by an earthworks. It looks so photogenic. It's just a bit dilapidated, but it really has a lot of charm about it. It's rumoured to be one of the most haunted locations in Britain, if you subscribe to that sort of thing. I don't. I've never seen anything here that makes me worried, but yeah, it's just a really, really nice place to shoot, and so lucky today to have it all to ourselves. It's a pretty chilly October morning here at Knowlton Church, and the sky, it's looking good. Well, it's about 30 minutes to go till sunrise, and we've got some really good colour starting to form over the church, so we might be lucky. It's another pre-work mission, so it meant an early start, 5 a.m, so another tiring day ahead, but you've just got to do these things if you want to get these pictures. It's a really tricky location to shoot just right because you have the spire of the church just pops up way above the horizon. So if you're using a graduated filter, it tends to just be a little bit too heavy on the church itself. So you have to be really careful with your choice of filter on there. Today, I'm using a case 0.9 hard grad, and it's just about in line with the sky and with the church. So we should be able to just about get away with it. I don't like to exposure blend, so I'm not going to choose that, but it is a tactic that would probably work well here for this situation. Settings today, I'm shooting at f8 because I want a lot of detail in the church, and there's nothing really in the foreground to get in focus. So I'm going to go on f8 to get nice maximum amounts of sharpness on the church itself. We're shooting at ISO 50, and our exposure time at the moment is about 6 seconds, but obviously that's going to reduce as the sun comes up. So at the moment, just whilst we're waiting, yeah, about 6 seconds. The colour's really starting to kick off right now, and it's been a forecast that was just not likely to happen. They forecasted rain, lots of heavy cloud, but I had a look out this morning and it just didn't match the forecast. So I thought, why not just nip out and give it a try? And I'm really pleased I did because the colour looks superb. It's a real struggle when you do these things before work, but you know, I'm so pleased I have today. It really does look good. The sunrise, it's going to fizzle out fairly quickly, but I'm hoping that we might still get some really nice light on the church if I'm lucky. So we're going to hang around just in case. I'm really pushed for time this morning. It's pre-work. I've got a maximum of about 50 minutes to shoot before I've got to go to work. So just trying to make every last drop count here. Every shot we can get, we're on it. Well, the sunrise has been really short-lived, so I'm really pleased that I got here quite early. All the best colour was about 20 minutes before the sunrise, which is often the case. So now we're just sitting here waiting for a bit of light. Once the light gets on the church, we might be able to get a nice image from there. There's still some good cloud about, so hopefully some of it might catch in the opposite direction, but there's patches of clear showing up now, which is completely different to the forecast that was predicted. Well, the bulk of the sunrise has already happened, and what we're going to try and do now, before the sun comes up, just going to try and move around, get some different angles and see if we just get another shot or two. And there is, it's a composition that you can go 360 degrees all the way around, so you can get multiple shots. The church doesn't really look an awful lot different from either side, but if there's a little bit of light catches on some of these other clouds, maybe we can just work another couple of shots out of here and get something special. The church itself isn't the only thing to shoot here at Knowlton. We've got two trees which are known as the wishing trees, which are a fantastic little walkway that you can walk through, and inside the trees are all decorated with various ribbons, trinkets, messages that people have left for loved ones. It can be a little bit spooky. Some people find it quite nerve-wracking. Some people say that there's witchcraft operates down here, and I've never seen it myself, and I'm not really into that idea. But it does make a beautifully photogenic area with all these little ribbons streaming along, especially when it's windy. It really does look nice, and we might even be able to sneak a shot from inside the trees looking back at the church today. Well, the colour disappeared pretty quick, to be honest, so there wasn't really a lot of point in staying where I was. But what I've done is I've moved to the opposite side now. We're anticipating the sun coming up in about 5 minutes, and I'm hopeful that we'll get some nice light on the church just behind me. It's always great to catch it at first light. The cloud behind it is quite thick, but there's no real definition in it. But if we get a good beam of light on there, it should give us a nice shot. Well, I was just about ready to pack up, but the light's just come out. We've got a little bit of light illuminating the church. It's not amazing, but it's a lot better than I thought it would be. So we've had a little bit of a touch. I'm going to try and get a couple of pictures before that disappears. As you can see, the sun, it's just blocked by a thick bank of cloud at the moment. So we were really lucky to capitalise this morning on the light that we had, and there was just a little gap which enabled us to get the picture. But at the moment, I'm afraid it's killed our chances for the rest of it. It's not looking so good now, so maybe time to call it a day. Well, the predicted cloud is starting to come in behind me now, so it looks like the weatherman got a little bit of it right for once, but unfortunately it's killed all chances of light. There's just nothing doing now, so probably time for me to call it a day, pack up, head to work and do a full day there. But it was really worth coming out. Hopefully you'll agree. These early morning work trips, they can be a bit of a killer, and you do feel tired throughout the rest of the day. But as we've seen this morning, it's so worth it. You know, if we'd have just gone to work, we'd have missed a great sunrise, probably wouldn't have even known it would happen. So it's just worth the early start. 5 a.m. this morning, and now a full day at work, but I'm happy. A little bit of effort goes a long way in landscape photography, and you've got to be out there to get the pictures. You're simply just not going to get anything at home. Sometimes you just got to throw caution to the wind. If your gut feeling is telling you that the sky is going to be good, just go for it. The weather forecasts, they don't always get it right. More often than not, it's wrong, in fact. So you've just got to trust yourself. You see the conditions, have a look outside. Just set an alarm for the morning. Have a look. If it looks good, get out there. You've all got something local on your doorstep that's worth shooting. This is mine. Knowlton's a very local venue to me. I've shot it a heck of a lot. I'm very guilty of overshooting it, but it's a guilty pleasure that I don't really mind. I think it's beautiful and I love shooting here. It's on my route to work, so it's just an ideal place, really. Well, we got really lucky this morning. It's a shame that the light didn't pan out a little bit later, but hopefully this morning's picture isn't too bad. I'll stick out now. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you like the picture. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, I'd really appreciate a like, a subscribe or a comment. It's just great to hear from everyone. See you next time.